Now offered at the Great Race Place. $3 late pick 3 featuring the last 3 races. $5 late double on the last 2 races. Both with a player-friendly 15% takeout. Every race day at Santa Anita Park.
If cats can't low, we spill the tea, we spill the wine. Have the stories of yours and half of mine. We laugh and cry, we overshare too long. Podcast every now, just double the crutch. Double trouble live, with twice the mess. Double trouble live, no stress, just yes. We got hot takes, bad breaks, and 0-2. Double trouble live. Coming at you for the thrill. Oh yeah! Double trouble live.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Double Trouble Live. I am Ciaran Thornton. This is my co-host and troublemaker, Frank Scatoni here. Another Friday edition here. Frank, you ready? Ready to make some money?
Hey, if tomorrow's big cap, today's little cap.
Yep, little cap day.
DTL Crew. Woohoo! I'm excited for a great weekend. Great weather, great racing. Thought the sequence was pretty interesting today.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw we started off to pick 6 with the chalk, so everyone should be happy their single made it out alive.
That's right. There's a $45,000 carryover. I didn't see what the actual pool got up to. Did you happen to see that?
I did not think to look, but I know on the website they were saying $350K they were gearing for, but it blew through that last week. So, I mean, it's the best race and there is right now around the country. So I'd be shocked if it wasn't more. We shall see, though.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out because the last time we had a carryover, the handles for our bets were incredible. I forget how that sequence played out. I think that was actually a bomb in the first leg.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see if people are alive. Are they going to hold? Are they going to press? Are they going to pivot? It'll be very, very interesting to see what's going on because I was kind of formful in race 5. I don't know, how you saw things. In fact, I was pretty logical throughout the whole sequence. But I constructed my tickets in such a way where I planted a flag in each of the different races. So I don't have a lot of horses, but I have a lot of combinations.
Oh, I mean, I did this one before I even knew that you put your picks up when I was getting ready because I knew you would say something. Before you read my
420 years ago.
chapters of picks to get through, even though I'm kind of keying around 1 or 2 horses in every leg, but there's also, like you said, the possibility for some chaos. I mean, you've got a banner of your picks there, Frank? I guess we'll do your all turf. Let's see what your all turf is.
I'm really all about the 7 here. As you can see, I have the 7 on 3 of my tickets. My other A was a lukewarm A. That's the 6. So my first ticket is an all A ticket. Then I came back 7 spread, and I like a horse in the last, 7 tight, and then spread in the last. And then I also used the 5-4 in this leg because I do not want to get knocked out of the sequence.
Oh, I mean, I'm the same, except I thought my top 2 plays in here, I put 5 on top and then 7. But then I'll put my picks up there shortly. Then I came back with a 3-4-1 in this race with the ones I think in the next 2 legs, like my kind of singles. And then I really did not want to get knocked out of this leg. So on one of my tickets, I'm going all in this leg, Frank. 6-4.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Going all, then with 6, then with 4. My top choices in the next 2 legs. But then I have another ticket where I'm going 5 with all in the second leg, and then my top 2 in the last. So
it'd be nice if you showed us.
I suppose I could do that.
A little visualization goes a long way, man. There we go.
So, I was all about 5 here. I thought Ayuso for Baltus, who has 3 horses in here, lost by a neck last out, going 6. And then, it's the sympathetic one. In case people don't realize, this is Cassidy's horse, owned by his estate. So he just recently passed away. Not risk for a claim. Lots of works. My notes, I actually thought the morning line was crazy, Frank, so I'm glad to see what I saw here. I thought that this could be second favorite / tied for favorite with the number 7. And raced against Adverse and Sally's Wish in the January race. And I thought it was the best horse in that race and should have won, but got blocked in the stretch and galloped out nice, which is why I ended up making, Pure Chaos my top choice in here.
Well, yeah, let's look, because you mentioned you thought they might vie for favoritism. Right now on the tote board, you're right. The 5 is 2-1. Adverse Selection is the favorite, but also 2-1. And then the 6 Suntory Time is 3-1. How about the Will Pays? Let's see, because those usually tell the tale, right?
Will Pays double 7 dominant 1340. That's about as low as we've seen on some of those chalks that have done well, on our show, Frank. That's about when you see them down at $13, they're winning probably. I'm pulling this number out of my butt, but there's like a 90% win rate, I think, when they get that low. And then we go up to $24 for the 5.
And then the pick 3.
Same on the pick 3. Pick 3 dominant. $23 for the pick 3 for the 7, $50 for the 5, and then the 8 actually $72 is the third choice, Frank.
I don't think I used the 8. I did not use.
I have it on my
another ball. It's like you said, he's got 3 in here. So
yeah, and my notes on that one were Edwin's on and finished in front of the other Baltus's last out. It was the only reason. Adverse, you got JJ riding for Mathis, jockey upgrade. My notes were I thought this and Pure Chaos would vie for who's going to be the favorite, but we already know looking at the doubles and pick 3s, 7's absolutely going to be the chalk here.
Everyone knows that my handicapping opinions are posted on the Santa Anita website every day in my matrix. Take a drink, bingo card.
And my picks are posted for the All Turf every day, and mine's called the Anomaly. So you can see
it's an anomaly when you win.
Opposite horses, but we'll have some of the same horses in every write-up. It's kind of funny.
Can I just interrupt for 1 second, just because I always like to. Jeff, good afternoon to all. Good luck tonight. Well, it's still today for us, but on the East Coast, we understand. Thank you for joining us. Always. We were just talking about you, Stephen D. We were worried. We were ready to file a missing persons report because you are usually in the chat like 4 hours before the show even starts. But I'm glad you're here now. Welcome, and thank you for joining us. Let's see, right here. What does he have here? Good afternoon. Post twice. He's making up for lost time. He just posted twice.
Even looking at the pick 5 Will Pays, Frank, the 7 is just dominant. $333. The 5 is $738.
Yeah, that horse is going to go off.
Across
6 or 7 to 5,
pools.
I think.
Yeah, across multiple pools, the 7 is a big favorite.
So I expected that. That's why I singled the horse on some tickets, because I figured the horse wouldn't be much value. The 6 is very interesting to me because this horse has closed into paceless races and hasn't been able to get the job done. I think this horse finally gets a little bit of a pace today. And third start of the form cycle, your buddy Mike Smith has ridden this horse every time.
But it's one of those things,
I still think the 7's the more likely winner, but it wouldn't shock me if it came 7-6 or 6-7. And I don't mind your Pure Chaos either. You talked about the sentimental play. We just saw earlier a horse, Jensko, previously trained by John Sheriffs, now trained by Bob Hess, just won, and they had silks made of John Sheriff's saddle towels. talk about a fitting tribute. So it would be kind of cool if James Cassidy got one too.
Oh, yep. I would say if you go back and look at that last race that Pure Chaos had, that's why I ended up putting it in front. And you guys know from watching the show, I'm a huge Andy Mathis fan, and he's due to go on a heater. Don't let his 6% win rate, put you off any of his horses.
That was shocking to me because
I
feel like we've been on a few of his horses and they all fired.
Yeah,
like, I don't feel like he's cold.
They're just always almost there. You know what I mean? There's always just another horse that if that horse wasn't in the race, he'd have a lot more wins on his belt, if you know what I mean.
Well, let me ask you this: since we're talking about trainers, I'm actually surprised that you picked a Baltus horse as your top pick because, as good as he is, he's been uncharacteristically cold and also a little unlucky. He's got a lot of seconds and thirds, but his horses have been outfinished late, and that's been a little bit of a problem. We talk about bucking trends, right? You can't. Stats are not set in stone, right? They're going to change. A trainer's not going to go 0 for 1,000. There's always going to be that one winner, right? So maybe this is the day Baltus starts to heat up, right?
I mean, we've talked about it. I mean, this meet has been one of the strangest meets I can remember at Santa Anita, where I don't think I ever remember, especially when I'm doing my notes, writing offers so many times for so many categories for trainers and jockeys. It's just like, and it's not like small stables going on these cold streaks. It's like the big guys.
Sadler.
But they're going
to 6%.
When they break, though, it's going to be like an avalanche of wins when it finally happens.
Yeah, Sadler was ice cold, virtually unbettable. And then I forget what day it was. I think it might have been a day we didn't do a show, and I was alive to like everything in the last race. And he had a horse, go dirt to turf, stretching out, whatever it was, and the horse won for fun. And it just totally blew everything up. So you can't over rely on the numbers, right?
Yeah, and we didn't talk. I suppose we should talk about the middle leg, which a lot of people are going to single. I thought it was a lot. I mean, what's your thoughts on that that race where we've got Wizard of Westwood, Twirling Point, City Exile? Who did you plant your flag on?
That's a tougher race than it seems. I'll tell you right now, City of Exile is not an A for me. I'm 1-2 in that race.
I went 4 deep, and then I also have a ticket where I went all, because I essentially went 6, and then I was like, well, you got 1 Wizard of Westwood, Hara hopping on for McCarthy, second off the layoff. Giroux hops on for Papa, but then you got Dicey Mocharo, that 8-year-old who's always in the money, and the jockey's 0 for 14. But then I thought,
you know who that horse is, right?
Oh yeah.
The reason that horse hasn't won in eons is because Gold Phoenix broke his heart in the Del Mar Handicap the first time Gold Phoenix won. I'm pretty sure Dicey Mocharo was beat by this much that day.
But the reason I ended up throwing it in for that very reason, I was like, there actually could be pace in this race. And Dicey has whenever gold races, we're always, there's the Gold Phoenix for your bingo card, guys. We always have to say it on one show. There should be some good pace in that race. And I ended up, I think on one of my tickets, I
don't think there's any pace in that race.
I thought the inside horses might go, but maybe I'll be wrong.
Just the inside horse. That's why I like the 1. I thought the 1 had a distinct pace advantage. I know Twirling Point made the lead last time, but that was in a 10-furlong race. Before that, it was 12 lengths back. So that's the reason why I gravitated more to the 1. It's not that I like one horse better than the other. I think really any one of these can win.
Oh, absolutely.
To your point, I went 1-2 as A's, but I have Dicey Mochara and City Exile as my B's. And I really think this is going to become a jockey's race. So if the 1 is not in front turning for home, Jaramillo did not do his job.
Yeah. And the reason I thought Twirling Point, I think, is just going to try and wire them.
No, the 1. Twirling Point's not fast enough to the 1.
That's what I think. Both of them are just going to try and do it. So they might just both throw the gauntlet down. And like you said, jockey's race, who's going to wait and see what develops? Or maybe everyone's going to go, oh, these guys are going to go, and then no one goes. I've seen races where that's happened, and no one decides to go. So
I think the one goes and clears pretty easily. I don't think the two has enough natural speed to keep up with the one, but the two should be sitting, second along with everybody else. So I don't know. Like you said, it is a jockey's race, but the reason I gravitated to the one as my top choice is because of the pace advantage and also dropping in class, right? Coming out of a much tougher race, off a long layoff, just kind of ran around the track from the 10 hole. I like that Jaramillo sticks around, right? I mean,
And
he's
his
hot. He
agent-
could probably have his pick of the litter.
Yep. And his agent picked that horse. And we talked about it on the Sunday show. The agent's the one who does the handicapping, and that's the horse he jumped on. So you got to pay attention to what with these jockeys. It's not them doing it most times. It's their agent doing all the dirty work behind the scenes, looking at the forms and whatnot.
So we're pretty similar there. Before we put up our tickets again, because I want to see how you structured yours, we should talk about the last leg so people know how, who and why we like who we like. I thought the 4 was very, very strong.
I did. I Kimura for Hansen, who owns, part owner, drops in class, and for tag cuts back to an ideal distance. I logical chalk, but then my initial notes when I first read through the race and then looked at the stats, bad race, non-winners.
Bad race, yeah.
Non-winners of 2 races, period. You know what I mean? These are horses, and then it's favorites of 1, 63% of the time. Of 16, one winner was over 10-1. So it's not a race you usually look for a price in, even though it's a bad race. But then I actually did. My second choice in there, Frank, is a price horse. Do you have
the 6? Is it the 6?
Yeah, the 6 Precision. I thought
I loved that horse last time.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe you might be off. I mean, we got Caesar Belmont on for Palma off the claim, off McCarthy. And what piqued my interest there, the horse Harrow rode the last time and the horse pulled. And I thought that last race was the money race. And the horse just had some difficulties. It was bet like it was the money race. So I'm thinking, wow, I'm getting 12-1 today. Palma's a pretty shrewd guy when he comes in and grabs those claim. Second time Lasix. And the trainer, he wins 28% for a very big ROI. So he's I think
one of the best to ever do it. The dude's been around like 90 years, and if he's claiming this horse, he thinks he can improve. He sees something. So you got to go back to the well with that horse, especially at 12-1, right?
The last race was the money race, but it's not like it was that long ago. So I really don't think we'll get that 12-1, Frank. I'd like to get the 12-1, but I think that'll be an interesting horse when we get to the race 8 to see what the will pays, and the probables are going in to see if we are right about the sneaky money hitting it.
I'm telling you right now, Palma put up Belmont because he wants 12-1 on that.
And
because if he puts up Frezu or Hernandez or somebody, that horse is co-favorite.
You know who?
The horse was 3-1 at this level last time.
I said before, Radar Rob. When I always ask him which jockeys he likes to watch, and that's one of the jockeys he said to watch is Caesar. So that was another thing I saw him on. I was like, wink, wink.
Well, I told you I saw Derek Lawson over the summer. He's the first guy who represented Pratt. He made Pratt who he is. He called Belmont's French. He called Caesar Belmont Pratt 2.0. We haven't seen it yet, but it's tough to break into this colony, know?
I mean, what you got to look at a lot of these guys is, they don't. What are they doing with I think the funniest thing I ever heard from jockeys was Diego Herrera, and he's like, I was like, well, you had a nice ride there, He's like, yeah, but JJ gets all the Ferraris. He's driving the Pintos, you know what I mean? So, I mean, when they get the good ones.
All right, we got 5 minutes. We should put our bets up again.
All right. And they're also in the comments. You scroll back to the start of the comments, and you'll always see the bets in there. All right, let me find mine. Let me find my novel. Where's my novel? It's here somewhere.
Yeah, definitely look at the comments because Ciaran and I, like we're not using a lot of horses in a caveman style, but we have a lot of combinations.
Yeah, we got one of the tickets. The way I usually structure it is I'll be knocked out of one ticket, but then if I'm able to get through, the ideal thing is to get through with 2 tickets and then lots of spread on one and tight on the other and hoping to get through that way.
So you don't even have to sweat this race. You have all.
Yes.
And then you have various top-ups with other combinations, right?
Yes. So my all ticket is chaos with the 2 horses. I if I was forced to single, those would be the horses I would force to single.
Okay. And I'm just 4-6 here. I thought I had another
7.
combination. I don't think I put my whole
7-6.
bet up there.
Oh wait, all turf. You got 7-6 in here, right?
No, my all turf.
Oh, 4-5-7-6.
Oh yeah, you see the 4-5 there? For some reason I didn't see
Last
that.
one, all the way at the back. It's trying to jump up and go, I'm right here, Frank. This is your bet here.
Okay, right. So I have I'm going to just write down the horses I need to root for. 4, 5, 6, 7. Right?
Yep.
And you have all. All right. Now that we sorted that out,
There was a couple of price horses in here. I suppose I should just throw them out. Why I put them in? I mean, my notes were number 1, Sally's Wish, but it came out of the same race as Pure Chaos, and my notes were only if Chaos reigns. I mean, number 2, Dancing Till Dawn, When Pigs Fly. These are the notes I have for the horses on my all ticket. Tis Sunrise, the number 3, second best closer, always around the line with a bullet work. And then, you got your 6 that you have. And then Imperfection and Perfection, the number 9, Tyler Bays for a small stable. So I thought there was enough. I think it's going to be pretty formful in this race, Frank, but I also thought if it's not, I got to get out of this first leg because there could be chaos. I'd like to at least possibly be cheering, the next leg if there's a big price here.
of the horses that you listed on your all ticket, the only one that scares me a little bit is the 3, Tis Sunrise. You can have the other ones. But Tis Sunrise has an outsider's chance.
Yes, it does. Jockey
The
Trainer.
the other ones have no chance.
Oh,
But
zero. Like pigs will
look
fly.
at Dan likes Sally's Wish. He'll make a case that these odds for Sally's Wish.
Yep, yeah.
So yeah, what was your note on Sally's Wish?
I just said only if chaos reigns. But the reason I threw it in because on the race replay, it was in that race with Pure Chaos that
Right.
I made my top pick in there. And when I watched the race replay, I was like, well, the horse didn't really run that badly. So, if I had to if I could only pick 3 horses, it's the top 2 choices. And I'd probably throw in either Sally's Wish or the number 3, Tis Sunrise.
Yeah, Dan saw what you saw. He said that she had a little bit of a trip last time, and it might be better than the number suggests. So that is a sneaky one. Might be worth a couple of bucks to win on that horse. 43-1, Ciaran.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
All right. Let me log into my account there.
And the Pipey is 23-1. That's the I'm just going to do a very small double win bet on the 1 and the 3 because that's what the show is about, right? We're supposed to bet. It's a betting game, right? It's not a spectator sport, is it?
And I mean, we're getting a good enough price. Even if we do a $2 bet, it's going to pay for one of the bets.
Well, I was going to say we better hit because I just looked at my balance and I only have $6. I forgot to top up. I got to combine my balance with Mark Gelding's balance. We'll have $12.07 between the two of us.
Oh, we'll have to do his official announcement here soon. Yeah, he was. If you guys are watching on Twitter, he was going after an ADW that shall not be named that locked everyone's account with the most crazy. I mean, I'm not going to mention their name, but what they did, everyone else does. But they did it to every account at the same day. So of course it's going to blow up on horse Twitter.
Oh, I thought you were going to play it. We'll play it after. We have plenty of time to kill. How about this? Thank you for joining us, the one and only Nicole. Ciaran's name sounds like an ED medication. Well, it depends on how you pronounce it, because everyone pronounces it a million different ways.
Yeah,
Ciaran, Ciaran, Ciaran.
The Brit way, and it's spelled the Brit way. So anyone who spells it Kier, whatever, enough of those guys. They're Brits. Mine is spelled the Irish way, but the spelling doesn't really phonetically help people.
Yeah, because the C is a K, really. It's a hard
Correct.
C. and everyone thinks it's a soft C, like Cialis, another ED medication.
Yep.
Ciaran and Cialis.
Well, I do not need that pill as of yet. Touch wood.
They should sponsor the NHC. The NHC sponsored by Cialis.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm a spring chicken, but I know when I go in there, the average age drops about 20 years. So
I know, we walk in there like young punks. All right, they're loading in the gate. Good luck, everyone. We're going to leave the studio. We'll come back after. Ciaran's getting out of this alive no matter what. I need some help. Very funny, Ciaran. Very funny. James Cassidy, how about that?
Yep.
Nice top pick, Ciaran.
Very nice. Excellent.
Ciaran's top pick. Huh?
And that was an excellent ride as well. And it was nice to see today that outside not hindering the horses, if you know what I mean, because we saw it on last weekend where when they made that wide move, they kind of couldn't get by. So I'm happy to see that.
I think that horse is going to win no matter what. I don't think any other horse would have been able to make that move. They would have flattened out because the rails are out today. That horse was going to win. That was like,
that's true. The rails were out. Yeah.
Yeah. That horse was just much the best. Absolutely much the best.
But look at
that. You know what? Hats off to James Cassidy because he turned that horse around. The horse came back as a 4-year-old and ran really good off the bench, breaking from the rail. Baltus probably just put a couple of works in and said, I'm just going to stretch the horse out. So James Cassidy, we salute you.
Check who came in second, Frank. 'Tis Sunrise, 20-1, baby.
What does that mean?
Well, didn't you do your win place bet?
We don't play exactas. We don't play high takeout wagers.
I thought you did a win place on the 1 and the 3.
No, I did a double win bet on the 1 and the 3.
Oh, I did win place. I thought we were doing win place. So
no, I don't bet the place.
I did win
Places
show.
for cowards.
I did
You
win
got to bet
show.
exactas. You should have that exacta.
Nah, I'm not doing.
But you know what? Let's see what it pays. Let's see what it pays. See if it's an underlay or an overlay. Well, yeah, tis sunrise. I said of all the ones of all the long shots that you mentioned, the 3 is really the only one that I'm worried about. God, the 7. I mean, where was the 7? Maybe Andy Mathis is cold.
Nothing. Nowhere. That horse was
and
nowhere.
same thing with Suntory Time. Suntory Time had a pace to close into, just no good.
Yep. Yeah.
No good. Well, really, of the Baltuses, the 5 was the sentimental. The racing gods were looking down today. John Sheriff and Cassidy. Isn't that crazy?
And that was a great result for my tickets, Frank, because my single in this one, and I'm all on the 5 single ticket into the next with 4-6 in the last. And then my all ticket is alive with 6 with 4. And then my other ticket is alive with 6 and 9-1 in the last. So the scenario I was hoping for came to pass. You know, you hope to at least get
exactly.
the tickets out of the first. I mean, when people
played it the same way, except I needed the 7 for that scenario.
Yes. I mean, when people
that would have opened the door to a lot of things for me, right? And so now I'm only alive on my backup ticket, but I'm alive, so I'm fine with that. But you played it.
You can
like
adjust
we said,
the pick 3.
We have a lot of combinations. We like few horses, but we have a lot of combinations, and that's brilliant. I mean, you could end up sweeping it and crushing it today.
I mean, that's what when we were talking to people, like, why are you doing so many bets? And I'm like, on these low takeouts, and especially when you've got at least a conviction, you can do spread tickets and then kind of throw in horses you would never look at because you're tight on a ticket. But then, like on my case, I was tight on one ticket. Then the next leg, that's been my danger leg the last couple of days, I've got all, so I can get to the last.
Exactly.
Leg,
that's brilliant.
So
that's how you have to play these bets. It's not like a 50-cent pick 3 where you know what I mean. Like,
the pays
and one of the reasons, Ciaran, because we talk about this all the time, and actually I want to compliment you if you give me. You got it. Can I say something for a second, or do you have pressing news here?
I'm drinking that, so go for it.
Okay, because this is a compliment to you. But first of all, the reason why you can play the bets these ways and play multiple tickets and spend about $100, if that's in your comfort zone, is because of the 15% low takeout. Automatically, you're 8 cents ahead. You're not paying 23%, so you're already ahead of the game. And secondly, because of the higher minimum, 99% of the time they pay exponentially more than the equivalent win parlay. That's the way we do. The other reason we do, and this blew my mind, because now we have some time, because this is race 6. This is kind of our dead race. Terry's always giving me feedback of the show. We go back, we watch stuff. We're always trying to improve and pick up on things. And she said, you know what my favorite video? She's like, oh, the videos are fun and blah, blah, blah. You know what my favorite one is? Terry's a handicapper. She doesn't gamble. She said, my favorite video, and you have to play this every show, is the one that Ciaran made about handcuffing the bets. Because that, in a nutshell, is what our strategy is all about. And I'm like, really? You didn't like Ciaran getting hit in the face with a tomato? You didn't like, why hasn't Chepe called? She's like, no, you need to play that because that is the essence of this show. And it ties right into the way you structured the ticket. Because now we have the late pick 3 and the late double coming up where you have a zillion options. You could double down, triple down, you could hedge, you could favor bets, whatever you want.
I mean, you can look and you go, man.
That's your cue to play that video.
I mean, you can go, man, I only have it one time, and it's really paying lower than I thought. But then you can see what the probable is, and you go, you know what? I'm so certain on this one, and it's going to keep me alive on the other one. I can hammer it even more now because I have that feeling in myself. And on the opposite end of it, wow, it's paying really, really good if I get out of this race. And I kind of wanted to use these other 2 horses. Wow, I can use these other 2 horses cheap and cover me. So I'm win-win no matter what.
Right, because you're like, oh, wow. For a $5 double is paying $4.80 with these other 2 horses that were too expensive to include in my other tickets.
Well, look at us two clowns on Sunday. We even talked about that big price horse, and we were going to do the bet, and we forgot to do the bet.
I know. I said that to Terry. I was like, number 5, Clarina. Everybody on the show had it except us. And we talked about that horse for 10 minutes. We basically we talked ourselves into the horse, made the great case for the horse, and we didn't bet it. But
here, everyone's asking who Mark is. I suppose we should show them we hired a new intern. I mean, from one of the tips, a 12-cent tip we got, so we hired an intern on site at Santa Anita.
We go live to the track with our newest intern reporter, Mark Gelding. Thanks. I'm here at Santa Anita where things are absolutely happening. Very fast horses. Some of them will win. Excuse me, sir. What number are you betting? 4? Number 4. That's my pick for this race, Frank. I've done the analysis. Mark, any final thoughts for our viewers? If you're coming to Santa Anita today, bring cash. And then expect to have less of it if you listen to me.
I thought he was going to say Mara for Papa. AA replaces KK, who replaces JJ, and Lee was talking to Phil, and then Phil told Doug, and then Billy called me and said the horse is going to scratch.
Well, actually, they do have a horse later today, and I did make it a. Well, when we get to the late double, we'll talk about it. Okay, I was bugging him about it.
Well, here Terry has a request. She likes the handcuffs. Can we play the handcuff thing?
All right. Let me go find it. Hang on.
It's in here. It's in the studio. I just saw it.
Is it? Because I was trying to clear.
I actually think she's right because like this. No, I can find. I'll play it.
Okay.
If you don't mind, because right here,
at Santa Anita, 3 low takeout bets can supercharge your day. The $3 all-turf pick 3, the $3 late pick 3, and the $5 late double. Think of them not as separate tickets, but as one collective bet. The magic? Selective spreading and smart coverage across the sequences. Example, you nail the first leg of the all-turf pick 3. You're already alive in the late pick 3. Now you have powerful options. Had a strong single lined up? Press it. Ride that conviction hard. Whiffed early? No sweat. You still have 2 more low takeout shots to save the day. Handicapping all 3 together maximizes your profit potential. Or hedge and spread. Add the extra horses you skipped earlier to keep the all-turf ticket smaller. Hit a big price in the first leg? Awesome! No kidding! That's huge leverage, right? We're loaded in the late double probables. Let's go! Handcuffing these 3 bets maximizes your edge and your profits. Double Trouble Live!
This is pretty good and informative.
Now, the one thing to keep in mind on this one is when you whiff, it will cost you. And, I mean, unlike all these other handicappers out there, we whiff more times than we don't. But when we hit, and that's the thing, people expect guys to hit every time they put a pick out. Well, you didn't win today. You didn't win for the last 2 weeks. But then when you win, if you do it this way, it'll pay for the next couple of months. And that's usually what it is. Like when you hit big on these things.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're not giving out picks. We're betting. It's more about wagering strategies and ticket constructions. Here, Dan had something funny to say about your inactivity fee. I can't believe that's the only interaction that Mark Gelding had with Naira. I like the guys.
He had more. Do you want more?
I mean, we're paying the guy.
All right, hang on.
Might as well put him to work.
Let me see. There was one. He got a lot of view about this one. All right. Let me pull it up. This was the first one.
Time to kill. Like we said, this is the dead race for us.
What's kind of shocking, what's funny is I had money in that account. And when I read that, I was like, $5, 5% every month. I was like, because I had money stacked in there for their contests. And the reason I hadn't used it is because they weren't doing contests, so I had money in there when they were doing. And then, so like 500,000 other people who had inactive accounts there, we all log in and it's like, because you're inactive, you need to call in. And then it was like, please wait. I finally got in and got the account.
Everybody
unlocked.
got the letter at the same time, right?
Yep. 4 days later, unlocked.
Mark had to have been furious.
He was not a happy camper. Let's just put it like that. Hang on. I'm trying to find the video now. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. There it is. All right.
Breaking news tonight, Naira Bets has charged Mark Gelding an inactivity fee for not losing money fast enough. We are getting reports tonight that Naira Bets has also frozen the account of Intern racing correspondent Mark Gelding of Double Trouble Live. The crime, not gambling enough.
They locked my account. I was saving up to lose it all on Double Trouble Live show on Friday.
Mark,
Oh,
how
I
much
heard
did
it
they
on-
freeze?
I think it was on Friday.
$6.07. That's not the point. Naira Bets has declared war on a man with $6.07. Inside sources also inform us Naira Bets may soon introduce a new fee for its customers for breathing. For breathing, this is outrageous.
This was his comeback one.
Our previous story regarding Mark Gelding's frozen account. Mark has informed us that he was told to call NYRA support.
Please hold for the next available agent in 6 months.
6 months? Are you kidding me?
Come on, pick up already. Still on hold, huh?
This is why we
Yeah.
hired him. He's got determination, man. He does not quit.
He does not quit. No, I mean, and he's hopefully he
There's no quitting. Mark Gelding.
hopefully
Oh
he
my
did
God.
his all turf bet using his $6.07.
Well, a public service announcement. I believe that Naira, after a couple of days, canceled that policy. Right? Did they take it back?
Yeah, I mean they
Or
canceled it, but
suspended or something?
the thing is, every ADW has that in their terms. You know what I mean? It should have been one of those. Hey guys, you've not used your account in a while. Like
But,
TVG, they'll send
but
something
they don't
out,
do it. They did.
and it just I think it blew
Twin
up
Spire.
because
Go ahead.
they sent it out to everyone at the same time, and then a couple of people hopped on, and then you're like, oh yeah, I got money there, and then you went to log on, locked. You know what I mean? And that wasn't a whole lot of thought put into that, especially when.
Well, no, but it's so funny. The timing was crazy because before that happened, I knew I had like $30 in a Twin Spires account, and every once in a while I would go on there and like bet Australia, like $2 to win, win in place or whatever, just for fun. So I decided to do that the other night, and it's like you do not have enough money in your account. I look at my balance; it's 0. I go, what the heck? I go all the way back to July 2024. The whole year they took $5, $5. They took the money out of my account and wiped me out. So Naira Bets was not the first to do it. They
they all have it.
They just, yeah. But here's
just
the other
gotta be-
point.
You just got to be
gone
mindful to go into your
I've
account.
gone periods of time where I haven't been that active on ExpressBet, which is my primary ADW. So what they'll do is if I go to watch a race, they will not allow me a video feed unless I bet the race. They're not stealing money out of my account. They're like, and I'm like, I totally get it because it costs money for them to buy the signal from Roberts. And if I'm just sitting here watching the races for fun and not betting, it's costing them money. So yeah,
I mean,
if you
it's
want to
another
watch
thing in
it,
horse
bet.
racing.
Okay, fair.
They should have sent a thing out. Hey, you've not done a bet in a while. You should do a bet. We have this fee that we can charge. Oh crap! Let me go on and see what I have in the account and do a bet. And now it was bad PR for them, but a good acknowledgement for horse players that a lot of us have accounts all over the dang place to just be mindful
Yes,
and go
exactly.
in and use some of them. Like I've got an Amwager account. And when that happened, I was like, you know what? I better log in there too and make sure I throw a bet in because you forget about it. Because my thing is have backups everywhere. You never know when an ADW goes down and you get one of those barn secrets. Bet this horse and you can't bet it. What are you going to do? That's of course going to be the day the horse wins. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. Let's look at
I
some
wish we had a
probables for the start of the late pick 3.
I wish we had a bet where we could talk about this race. I mean, when I handicapped this race, Frank, I went 361. I guess the one scratch, but I thought it was 3-6. The Kimura horse with Hansen, and I mean this 3-5. You're not really getting any value though. Is the thing.
Yeah, the double to the 3, the 6. Actually, this to the 6. Yeah, paying $3.40. My goodness.
Yeah, the $2 double to the 6 is 15.
Oh, that's probable. Hold on, that was. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong thing. That's my bad.
6 is paying $15, and the 3 is paying 30. Although, remember that last race, the 7 was paying $13 and went down in flames, and the second choice, my 5, actually ended up coming through. If we look at the pick 3, there's not much separation, Frank, on the pick 3. The 6 is 34, and the 3 is 40. So, am I betting a 3-5 or am I betting a 3-1? I'd probably go with positive times, to be honest.
But who is your top pick in the race, or you saw them
3.
equal?
My
Okay.
top pick was the 3. Yes.
All right. Well, why don't we look at the double probables going forward?
There's only
See who's
5K.
taking money in the next leg.
There's only 4,800 in the pool, though, so it's not really going to give it. Well, I suppose we can see right now the 3 to
there's 10 minutes.
the 3 to the 6 is 15, Frank. The 6 is the favorite right now into the next leg, believe it or not. The 6 to the 6, 13. 3 to the 6, 15. 6 to the 2 is 15. 3 to the 2 is 31. 3 to the 3 is 20. 6 to the 3 is... So it's looking like the next race, they're saying it's between 6, 2, 3, Frank. Just looking at the... So that's one's not getting
Why don't
any...
you put up your late pick 3 so I can see who you know...
That one is not getting any action. Hang on, I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Like no action at all. But it's still...
Who's your top pick?
My top pick is the 6.
It is, okay.
There's my...
The 1 is dead right now.
The 1 is surprisingly dead. Yes.
Wow. The 2 is live, the 3 is live, and the 6 is the current favorite. And the 1 is not being bet the way the horse should be bet.
And then...
But it's early yet. You know, it's like you said, it's still early.
And then talking about the handcuffs, you'll see here I'm all about just 4 horses here, 6, 1, 2, 3 on 2 tickets. Then my top choice, the 6, with a spread, and 6 with more of a spread. And the reason I'm able to not have to change that is because on my all turf, I got the all button in that leg. So I get the best of both worlds on that ticket. So this is the scenario.
I'd like to hear from the DTL crew who they like in that. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, so that's so far, touch wood, the perfect scenario. You know what I mean? Going into that second leg of the all turf and start of the...
Yeah, because then you're live again. It opens more possibilities to you. So I'd like to hear from the DTL crew who they like in that race 7. And I'd like to hear from you, Ciaran. Why is the 6 your top pick? I was shocked the 6 was the morning line favorite, to be honest with you.
I just thought one last out under, let me pull up the stuff. One last out under JJ. And, Papa puts on Giraud, who's starting to get more phone calls. I think, who did JJ hop on that race? Actually, JJ has no ride in that race. Was there a scratch that we didn't know about? That was the one thing that I found interesting. But I will say that Giraud has gotten a lot of rides for Papa recently, and they're doing very, very well together. The horse is 3rd off the layoff, one last out. How do you not bet a Papa horse? He put his go-to guy on here. But it is also a race where it's been raced 36 times, Frank. 18 of the winners have been 5-1 or more. And believe it or not, that race, the favorite is only 17%. Like it's I wouldn't have thought it when I read it, but it's a race that tends to throw off a little bit of chaos.
Yeah, I mean, the horses that this horse beat last time are, to use my hands. I mean, look, if Phil couldn't win at this level, Phil tried this level 2 back. Horse was favored, finished 5th, lost to Dicey Ciaran. Basically ran the same race last time, same figure, but was against much weaker company, so won. I'm not saying the horse can't win again, but I don't see any reason why this horse should be a bigger favorite. It should be a favorite over the 2. I mean, look at the 2's class.
Yeah, but I mean, the 2, I mean, this race is a mile and an eighth. The last race was a mile and a quarter. I mean, it hasn't won. The last time this horse won was June of 2024. 4th, 5th. I mean, the horse is always around the line. And granted, it's back on the juice, but it didn't win the last 2 times it was on the juice as well. So the juice is not really happening. But I mean, the one positive
that was a higher level. That's
the one big positive though is when Freshu hops on for Thomas, they're 3 of 6 for a huge ROI. So I mean,
didn't we like this horse when Thomas had 2 entered? Is this the one he scratched? Do you remember the race I'm talking about?
This horse
he had
raced
2 horses, and one of we liked him, and he scratched one or so. I forget. Anyway,
this was Twirling raced against Gold Phoenix. That was that Gold Phoenix to San Marcos.
Yeah, when Mondego won, right? Yeah. Anyway, so I want to see that again now if there's more money in the pool here. 4 minutes to post. DTL Crew, who you like? Ciaran, right now it's 6-2 is the favorite combo. Finally, sense is prevailing. There's no the 2 has to be favored over the 6. It's crazy.
But there's not a whole lot of separation.
But the 1 still isn't taking it. The 1 isn't taking any money.
The 1 is the really interesting thing. Like the 1 is really not taking any money, but you know what? We'll get a better idea on that when we get to the race, Frank, when we see what the will pay is on the pick 3, because what we like to look at, the pick 3 is usually the smarter money, and the double is usually an adjustment when they're kind of hedging what they thought, is what we've kind of found. Doesn't
just real quick, Felipe, he likes the Wizard of Westwood in the next race too. So John Wooden of UCLA, I'm with you, man. I think that horse is a lone F. Christopher Gonzalez, thank you for joining us. Win on the 3. I assume he means this race. And that's your horse, Positive Times, right, Ciaran?
Correct.
See, I think a lot of the DTL crew take a nap during this time because we're not gambling on this.
Yeah,
we had some action, man.
If we had that saver double, the turf and dirt, we'd be in and out. We keep the pools going. I wonder, are you able to see what the pools were for the pick 6 today, Frank? I was curious, or did anyone hear them mention it on TV?
Let me check Quigley's feed real quick. Oh, Quigley mentioned.
Hang on.
Oh, Quigley mentioned.
Yeah, we know what we got to do here. Where is it?
This horse looks best.
Quigley has spoken.
I'm trying to look now, see if we can find it. Are you frozen again, Frank? I'm going to have to add that to the bingo card. And for those who have never tuned in, we've got a bingo card of stuff we say or do all the time. I'm going to have to make one of these blank spots. Frank's screen freezes.
Well, this is you're running it's your internet today, so I'm here for the ride.
Well, actually,
let me see if I can. I don't know if we can find the pools for the pick 6 until the very end.
I'm trying to see if I can find it right now. Sometimes they do it as a separate thing, but I'm not. No, it's this. I was thinking of the sunset is what it was.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see it until the very last race. And I wasn't really paying attention, so.
I'll pull. Oh wait, I do. I can see it now, Frank. $314,000.
You're right. You said about 300. How about this, dude? The 6 got whacked in the next leg. The 6-6 combo is $9. The 6-2 is now 15. Somebody hammered that.
Yep.
Wow.
Uh-huh. And the 3-6.
Very interesting.
3-6 is 17. And there's still enough of a spread where it's, if we saw, we'll see. We're going to get some good info when we see what the probables are, the will pays are, and the pick 3 as well.
Yeah, that's going to be very, very fascinating. And also the win pool. Because I'm not sure this double pool is
it's
all
not,
that
I don't think it's, we're at.
Did you expect the 6 to be 4 to 5?
No, I thought the morning lines were okay. I mean, I thought they'd both be around 2 to 1 or 5 to 2. I didn't think we'd see 4 to 5 on a horse in this race, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
And that,
especially since that horse was 7 to 2 on the morning line, and the 3 was 2 to 1.
And we don't have a whole lot of money in the double pool. We only got $16K, Frank. I mean, that's not a lot. More money came in on the win bets. I mean, the 5 actually got a little, Matt at 5 here got a little bit of money. It's essentially 36K to win on the 6, 20K to win on the 3. And
hey, how about your win place? What's your win place ratio look like? Just out of curiosity.
3 to 1 on the 3 and 4 times on the 6. So nothing overly jumping out.
Not super confident for a 4 to 5, right?
But at least, actually, they're starting to bet a little bit more money on the place. I mean, usually, if this is really a dominant 4 to 5 horse, you'd want to see even more money on the win. And this horse is going to win. I'm not going to hedge it with the place money, but there's a lot of money going in on place.
So, yeah, how about the DTL crew? They were on it, 314, like you said, Ciaran, Charlie, too. Thank you. I love Dan H. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I would have thought it would have been higher today. I was thinking it would have gone $500,000 for the pick 6.
I thought you said 300.
350 is what Santa Anita had projected on their website.
Oh, that was their projection.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And they're usually conservative when they do those the projections.
Ciaran, everyone's saving money for the late pick 3 and the late double.
So the money is today.
You like the low takeouts, man. All right, They're at the gate. We're going to bust out of here. But real quick, though, Dan's takeaway so far from the show is handcuffs and Cialis. We never said this was a show for kids.
No, it's not a show for kids.
All right, good luck, everybody. I need a little the blow pop there. Never in doubt, huh? I'm just going to let him talk.
6 to the 6. Just looking at it, dropped to $8.
You were on mute for like 4 minutes.
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I didn't hear anything you said.
That was pretty much it. The probables at the end ended up being 6 to 6, dropping to $8.
Oh my goodness.
6 to the 2 was 13.
Okay. Well, that's significant money.
Yeah, 8 that's pretty dang low. It's almost as low as we've seen for a while.
Well, like you said, we'll take a look at the will pays in the pick 3. That'll be very, very interesting. I think the most telling thing about this is how cold the 1 is.
Yeah, that is the big takeaway there. Absolutely.
And I know the 1 isn't your top pick or anything, but I mean 3 to 1 seems like the right price, right? I mean,
I thought there was nothing wrong with that morning line at all. Between the 1, 2, and 6, I thought it was all about. It was just like which barn gave out the correct info would be all that would move the line on those 3 horses.
Well, we know when the money shows on Papa, it's usually pretty good.
Yeah, he's a guy where the barn knows. All right, we're still waiting. They're official, but I've not seen any probables show up yet. Nope, still nothing.
That's bingo for Ciaran on mute there.
Yep. After me putting the bingo card up too.
Oh gosh, Dan just texted me and said I'm frozen licking a lollipop. That's not a good look. Maybe I won't use the lollipop.
Yes, and he was blaming my internet as usual, like he always does. I have the internet of champs, Starlink. Fastest thing. It even blows away my cable internet now. It's crazy.
Well, I just upgraded my dial-up, so my Netlink is like really fast.
Oh, let me see. We got a before we start talking, while we wait for the will pays, we got our guy on the scene, Frank.
We go live to our intern, Mark Gelding, who is...
Mark, what is happening out there?
Starting gate. The horses are lining up. It's total chaos out here. I'm being told that I am not supposed to be in this race. Who are you? Mark Gelding, Double Trouble Live intern, signing off.
You ready for the pick 3, Frank?
Well, how many beers did you pay this guy?
Open bar. I mean, it's cheap. You just go to CVS and you buy one of those cases of that cheap Mexican beer. And
I know, but we got to tell him next time. You can't interfere with the horses, man.
Now, what's funny, Frank, the pick 3, the 6 is paying $28.80. The 2 is paying $33. Not a whole lot of separation.
No, not as much as in the double, right?
And the 1 is paying $53.80, and the 3 is paying $56.40. And the double ended up being $8.40 for the 6 and $13.60 for the 2. And the 3 actually is the third choice at $23.40, Frank. So I mean, you're not getting fantastic value here with the way the prices are, but the one takeaway is no one likes the 1.
Well, the 3 is the slight favorite over the 1 in the double, but the 1 is a favorite over the 3 in the pick 3. But basically the same, really. I mean, they're like, if it's not the 6, it's definitely the 2. And then if it's not the 2, it's the 1 and the 4. One of the 3 is a toss-up. I don't know. I mean, I'm surprised based on the money we saw in the pool. I thought City Exile was going to open up 3-5.
Yeah, that's kind of strange.
Maybe they're satisfied with their positions because they absolutely slaughtered this horse in the double.
Yeah, and I was just looking into the next leg just to see where, the money was going in, and it looks like in the next leg, the force, I think Silly Rabbit, I think is that in the next leg, right?
Yes.
Oh no, Joint Venture in the next leg. Joint Venture.
Oh, right, Silly Rabbit's the right gap. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now the 6 into the 4 is paying $16. The 3 into the 3 is $19. Those are the 2 lowest pays. Believe it or not.
Hold on one second, Ciaran, because I want to look at the form. So the 6 into the what?
The 6 into the 4 is paying $16. The next lowest pay is the 3 into the 3, paying $19. I mean, we only have 4,500 in the pool, but the 3 is getting a little.
Sure, but it's interesting to see where the early money shows up.
Yeah, there's a little that 3 in the next leg. Who was the 3 in the next leg? Majestic Palisades. That's the Lee horse, and I don't think
you liked last time.
Yeah, and I mean, I just
and ran second to my horse.
Yeah, and my notes were second, last 2, won the 2 prior, but then I mean, why ended up kind of downgrading it a little. 4th race already this year, and this horse seems to do better with breaks. That was why I ended up doing. You know what I mean? We already got 4 races already. I mean, I get race the horse as much as you can, but we don't see them race as much without it being an issue.
So, Ciaran, I'm actually surprised because you usually love Lee horses no matter what. So the fact that you're kind of lukewarm on that one is very interesting to me. Who is your top pick in this race? In the next race, I'm sorry, in the next race.
In race 8, I ended up making the number 9, Resemblance, my top pick in the next one. I mean, it was a back and forth between the 9 and the 4. I thought it was a 2-horse race, but I did spread a little, but I thought it was a 2-horse race. But
are you concerned about how bad Andy's horse ran earlier?
I am a little, and I mean, I texted Billy earlier today, and I was like, I'll tell you.
That's right. This is a little red feather horse. They rarely claim horses.
Yeah, they do have a claiming fund, and when they do claim, they've been claiming with Andy. He's got a fantastic eye because I've hung around when they've looked at horses, and a lot of times it ends up being one of those 10, 20 handshakes and whatnot. And I see the one I've been down a couple of times where they've looked at a horse and talked it up, and then didn't win the claim. And I've kept an eye on the horse in the next races, and they tend to do very, very well. So I pay attention to it. And I went, "Hey Billy, am I wrong to think Resemblance rocks today?" And he goes, "He has a big shot, but it's a tough race on paper. Yeah. And then the key, we need to save ground." And I texted back to him, "I think it's between you and Joint Venture. Hopefully Bays has a good ride. Any other jockey would be a single for me. Nice claim." But that was my one thing. And I mean, Bays has won on this horse the last 3. They're going for 4 in a row, but this might have been one of those instances where I was like, yeah, I'd like a different jockey. But I also get the point where you don't mess with the guy who's winning, on a streak with a horse. But that's the.
I'm just going to say this. Billy Koch is a saint. Why he even responds to your texts about horses you don't even own? And not only does he respond to them, but he gives you like a detailed, honest response. The man is a saint to put up with you.
They are, when you're with Little Red Feather, they're really great to the partners. I've talked about it many, many times. If you ever want to get
Gary are great. They're great.
If you want to get into that side of the business and learn it, even to help your handicapping, they are probably the most forthcoming people with information, even on horses you're not in. And you meet a lot of people who have horses in a lot of different. You get some good inside info, if you know what I mean, and you get to hang with like-minded people.
Well, I don't know if he's still watching, but LD said hi earlier from the Big H Houston. He's also another Little Red Feather, owner, so he can also speak to how great that partnership is. So, Ciaran, here's the thing. I absolutely agree with you. I had actually originally made Resemblance an A, and for the exact reason Billy mentioned, possible ground loss from outside, I ended up downgrading the horse. But I think this is actually, to your point, is a very good claim. Happy Healthy Horse has been claimed twice. If this horse was not doing well, Mathis would have just run him for a tag. He protects the horse in a corner allowance. And here's the thing that I was very vexed about, and maybe you have an answer for me. And it really doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things, but we like to talk about morning lines and value and how we would price up a horse. So look at Resemblance's last race, right? Went off favored in a 16-dime claimer. Beat Leia's Candy, who's back in this race, right? Resemblance 6-1 on the morning line. Let's go to Leia's Candy, who just got beat on the square by Resemblance and was a higher price last time. Shorter today at 5-1.
Yeah,
how does that make sense?
And
it doesn't.
it did not make any sense, and it's not like, not to say anything negative about the trainer of Layla's, but it's kind of a smaller stable. I mean, I could see it if it was like one of the other bigger trainers, why they would do it. There is a short
this is not a negative on Andrew Harris. I mean, he does good with what little he has, but he's not a guy who's going to attract a lot of action, like if this was Mark Ladd or John Sadler.
Correct. Yes.
So I just thought that was absolutely fascinating, and we'll see. Maybe the morning line maker's right. But I actually X'd Leia's Candy, and I have Resemblance as a B. I think Resemblance, just beat the horse last time, So right. Anyway, I really do think that race, though, is all about the 4 joint venture. That horse is a single on most of my tickets. Let me ask you about this horse, because I wanted to throw in a little bit of a wise guy long shot horse. You know how sometimes we talk about a new face in the crowd? A lot of the horses in that race have been running against each other. Do you have anything on the 7? Major drop in class, running on turf, good come home times.
I have
crazy. Sorry.
I have the 7 on a ticket, Frank, and I also will have a double with that into the 4. Frey hops on, faded after some fast fractions, 3 wide, last out. Bullet Work has a chance in here. That was my notes.
So your 9-4 top 2 choices, right?
And then I go 1-7-5.
All right. How much time do we have? We got to start getting serious here. 1-7-5.
We got 13 minutes. Just to talk about that race, I'll run through. So Duran, the number 1 in the next leg. Giroux for Papa. They win 25%. Almost exactly a year ago, the horse was vanned off. Drops in class, but protected with a Bullet Work. And, we talk a lot of times, you can't toss a Papa horse. You can't toss when they use this free square. Racing is expensive. The days of, getting a race out of the horse, especially when the horse has been on the bench for a year, could be potentially live. Feel the Magic, the number 5, Kimura. Kimura rode last time, and they got a new. I wasn't even sure who this jockey was on Feel the Magic, but there was some sharp works, and my notes were has to be used on some tickets. So I went 9-4, and then I went for my chaos ticket with the 1-5-7.
You should ask about the jockey on the 5. I believe that's a Low Sal guy who also exercise rides for Baffert and who's good friends with Radar Rob. Now, it could be a different E. Garcia I'm thinking about, but I'm pretty sure that's the guy.
Okay.
He's ridden some of Rob's horses. He's not bad at all. He just, he doesn't get the mounts. But I agree with you. I thought that horse had a shot.
When we talk to Rob a lot of times about why he puts certain jockeys on, his key thing is they do exactly what they're told. They don't deviate. They follow the plan. So that's always a positive. Because I can't tell you the amount of jockeys who, you could give them a book of information and they're still going to ride the race whatever the heck way they want.
That happens to you all the time. Can we put up our tickets so we can because I don't remember. Right. I want to see what you have. Because again, we talked about how we're both very complicated today, but at the same time, I'm proud of us because our bets accurately reflect our opinions in the race. So you like the 5 in the first leg of the all turf,
and
you have that horse 6 ways to Sunday.
So I've got all in this. Yeah, I've got all in this race on 1 ticket, and then I've got 6 on a single in this race, and then I've got 5-7 on a ticket as well. So I got 3 tickets alive out of 4 on my all turf, and then on my pick 3, my higher price ticket, I'm going 6, 1, 2, 3 in this leg, and another ticket with 6, and then I kind of got a spread ticket as well. So I'm all about the.
That's interesting though. Your first ticket there.
Go ahead, Frank.
I was going to say your first ticket there. You singled the 4. I did the same thing on some of my tickets.
Yeah.
That's Silly Rabbit. And I'm trying to look at your other horse, the 6. Oh, Precision. Mine too. Those are my 2 A's. But then you also have the 9 and the 1. Yeah, you got a lot of coverage. Very smart.
So I got a lot of different coverage, and I got out of the first leg on the ticket that let me have more coverage than I usually have. Because one of my downfalls on some of the tickets recently is the ticket that gives me all the coverage is not the one that's made it out of the first leg. I got out of the first leg on the ticket that gives me lots of options going forward, which is, great.
And I'm the opposite. I got out of the first leg on my B ticket. So can you put up mine and see who I'm alive to here? I think I'm probably just alive to the 4.
All turf, you're 1, 2. You're alive to 1, 2, 3, 6, right? Oh no, 7, 6.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. That's right. Just the 1, 2.
Yeah, 1, 2. Yeah, okay. And then the 4 in the last. I mean, that's not a horrible ticket to be alive on either, Frank. I mean, you got out with the 5.
That was a BAA ticket. So
and you got 1, 2 in here, and then I mean that last leg. I mean, we're trying to beat a horse that we think should be a pretty dominant, and we've talked about it many times. I've been lucky enough where I've said, if you forced me to single a horse in the last leg, and I think I've hit the last leg 4 or 5 times in a row, it would be that 4, Silly Rabbit. Like that on paper, that is I'm only allowed to bet 1 horse on that last leg. That's the horse I'm betting, number 4.
Yeah. The only concern about that horse is maybe the horse bounces a little bit off that long layoff in that tough race. But I think even if the horse bounces, could still probably win. Do you mind putting up my pick 3? So I think I have the 1, 2, and then my backup is the 6 and the 3.
Yep.
Right? 1, 2,
1,
and
2,
1,
3,
2, 3, 6. Right. Okay. Isn't that? I mean, it's so funny that we played this. We don't usually play the tickets the same way. One day I'll caveman and you'll be targeted. One day you'll caveman and I'll be targeted. Today we're both very targeted. You would just happen to be right about your A in the first leg, and I had your A as my B. But we're both alive, so.
Dicey Mo has gone favorite, Frank, but there is not a whole lot of money in this pool. Like, we're only looking at 23K in the win pool, and we only have 8K in the double pool. So we don't have a whole lot of info, but it's
weird.
It's still, the one surprising thing is how little money the 1 is taking. That is the one thing that's from the last race to this race that has continued is how much they do not like the 1.
I'm so confused by that.
Now into the next
someone must
leg,
have made like $1,000 bet on the 3 because where did that come from?
In the next leg, 6 to the 4 is the lowest chalk right now at $14, Frank. The second lowest is 6 to the 9 at 21. Then the 2 to the 4 at 24. And the 3 to the 3 at 25. I will say if there's something that's stayed consistent is whoever's betting the 3 dicey. I mean, it's not a whole lot of money. We're betting Majestic Palisades, the Lee horse, in the next leg.
Very interesting. One thing I did notice, how we talked about the morning line for Resemblance and Leia's Candy. Look how much stronger the 9 is in the probables compared to the 8. So it's not even close. That's why I don't understand that morning line.
Yeah.
Right? The 9 is taking significantly more money in the double probables. The 8's, no one's betting the 8.
Yeah. And we still have 5 minutes.
Here you go, Larry, Dicey Mo, Balnikoff's buddy. Oh, Dicey-Mo's awesome. It's just ever since he lost the Del Mar handicap by this much to Gold Phoenix, I don't think he's won a race.
I did want to toss him, and that's because we beat him all the time. But then I was like Gold, he has an issue of there not being pace, and I just felt like there would be pace in here. And I mean, you can't fault this horse. This horse is an ATM machine, and
he always shows up. Always
pays the bills. I mean, look, let me say, I think it's over. Yeah, they've made
700.
Yeah, 700,000 on this horse.
The horse has only won 4 times, but he's made 700,000.
And
I would love to own this horse.
And when you're, the ownership group, grade 2, John Henry, Eddie Reed, Winningham, San Mark, I mean, it's all these days are like big race days, and you get to show up, hang in the winner's circle or hang in the paddock, etc. That's half the fun of owning a horse as well. I mean, you like to win.
Very, very honest horse. Always shows up. I mean, there's basically the same race last time, lost by a half length. But that's the problem, right? He's always there, but he never. Someone's always just a tiny bit better. So that makes him a little tough, a little dicey for me to bet to win. But I'm smart enough to use the horse on a backup because it's not like he can't win,
Correct.
So here's a question.
The win money, Frank, is starting to come in on the 3. You got a little jump on the 3. 3 is almost as much money as the.
No, that's what you said. The 3 was actually favorite.
Yeah. We're still 3 minutes away though, so we'll get the double pool is surprisingly low, only 12. I thought we'd get more in it, but
it might come in a little later. Alejandro wants a pick in the last race. My top pick is the 4 in the Nightcap. I think Ciaran's is the same.
Yeah, my backup is the 6.
Same here. We're both 4-6. Alejandro likes the 5 in race 8. Neither one of us have that horse on our tickets. Interesting.
I do on an all ticket, and
that's right. Here's some good info from Larry. Larry's in on the horse. Oh, all right. So another reason to root for Resemblance. How about that?
I mean, I thought it was a great claim. The post draw, and what's crazy is the amount of times Little Red Feather gets the crappiest post draw. Like when you want to go outside for a horse, they get the inside. When you want the inside for your horse, they draw the outside,
Were you even were you even slightly tempted to put in some money in the claiming fund? Because I think that would be fun, but I
was, but
it's a tough game.
No, I came really close to doing it this year, but I'm going to have 2 kids in college, so I was like, yeah, I don't want to have to give up gambling. So yes, I held off for now.
Yeah, I mean, but to me, it's kind of a safer bet than going in on kind of an unknown. But then again, you're not getting a stakes horse where the unknown, the sky's the limit, right? You don't know. They're both gambles, but they're different kind of gambles.
And I mean, I will afterwards. I've gone to every big race day there is with my horses, so I've gotten to experience that, paddocked and winning circles. So the claiming will be the next version. It's coming.
Yeah, because you'll have a lot more action, right? I mean, they'll spread the money around, maybe claim 5-6 horses.
And part of the thing too is I wanted to be in horses where I could see them. So I just did. They raced at Santa Anita and Del Mar. I want to see the horses. Now when it gets to the claiming, sometimes you're not going to see the horses. They're going to be racing elsewhere. I'm okay with that now because I've done a lot of traveling. All right, we're 1 minute away, Frank, and the 6 ended up getting hammered, but the 3 did get more money. The 3 is still not a whole lot of money in the double pool. Like right now, Frank, looking at the doubles, the 6 into the 4 is paying $15. The next lowest price is the 2 into the 4 is paying $22. The 3 into the 4.
They're loading, Ciaran. So let's
okay.
Good luck, everybody. Ciaran has all here, I believe. So I'm still astounded all the money City of the Exile took and everything.
Twirling took a bunch of money late, Frank. Ended up being second choice, so a lot of win money came in super late on Twirling. Ended up being $26K to win on it, $30K for the 6. So a lot of money came in late.
You know what though? Still great value at 2-1. I mean, the 6 had no business being favored in that race. And I'll tell you, the dead money on the 1 was correct. The horse had an easy lead, like I predicted, and just found nothing. The horse is toast. Found absolutely nothing. I mean, that's shocking. I knew that horse would be in front, and they were not going fast at all. But I know. I mean, class prevailed there. I mean, it wasn't even close. What you won a turf race by 5 lengths. You don't really see that.
That's true.
I'm astounded. I'm not knocking anyone who picked the 6 on top, but there's no way the 6 should have been favored in that race. Let's put it that way. So that's good though. I mean, my A came in, so I think we're both alive on everything.
Yeah, my spready tickets went down, but I'm still alive to 4-6 on the all turf. And I've got
what do you mean your spready tickets went down?
I had some tickets where I was all out of the first leg with 6 with 4. So that one went down, and then my
I see. Okay.
And then my pick 3 tickets that I had 6, that was the one that had the spreadage in the next legs. So right now I'm all about the 9 and the 4 on the pick 3.
No, I mean, I think those are two good ones to go to war with.
And who do you have on the pick 3? How many do you have on this next leg?
I mean, I'm pretty pot committed to the 4. I think I have some tickets with
oh wait, that's the all turf.
7.
You're 4 and 7, right?
1-2 with 4-7, 1-2 with 4, 1-2 with 4. Oh no, I also have 3-5-9.
Yeah, you've got more spread than I do. I would have had the other spread if my 6 had come through.
1, 3, 5. And what about the all turf? Let's see what we're good. I think I'm just singled to the 4 in the all turf here.
Yes.
Oh no, this is a dirt race, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you're 4. You're all about the 4, and I'm 4-6.
In the last, yes, right, okay. Well, it's got to be right.
Yeah.
If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, that's I have opinions. I bet them appropriately.
So the early money, Frank. I mean, we're still not a whole lot of money in the pool. 9 went favorite, but let's see what the pick 3. So the pick 3, Frank. The chalk is the 9 at $60.
Wow.
The second choice is the 1. Oh no, actually, I'm sorry. The chalk is the 4, $19. Dominant chalk. Then the 9 at 60, then the 1 at 68, and the 5 at 70. Let's see if they changed on the double. The double, $23 for the 4, 44 for the 9, 53 for the 1, 67 for the 5. I will say the 1 got a decent amount of play, Frank, on these other.
Look who the trainer is. They can't bet this guy enough. I mean, he's winning a lot, right? But he's also, even if he's 30%, that means he's still losing 70% of the time.
And I mean, if he does win that race, I'll be down on my pick 3. But I do have a saver double. Do you have your doubles? Have you put your doubles up?
Yeah, I have preliminary doubles, but let me see. Let me
show you mine because I already had my plan double, and I think the fact that I got out of the first leg and whatnot, I'm okay with what mine. This is what I ended up doing for my double, Frank.
Okay.
$25 double, 9-4 with the 4. So that's my bigger one. And then I'm coming back with a $10 double, 9-4 with the 6. And then kind of going along with my pick 3, I got spread tickets, 175 with 4-6. So even though my pick 3 ticket went down with the 175, if I get out of this leg, I'll still have my 175. So that was me kind of looking at what I did on my all turf and my pick 3, putting these tickets together.
Right. So I'm looking because I wrote down in my all turf, I'm just alive to the 4. So that means I don't have my other A, which is the 6. And then my B's are 7, 9, 5, 8. I won't use all of them. And in this leg, I have the 4. I believe I have the 4 and the 7. But I don't have the 3, 5. No, I do have the 3, 5, and 9 too. Single to the 4. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think what I need to probably do is, well, no, because I am alive with the 9, aren't I? I mapped out my double play based on not being alive.
Okay. Reverse psychology there.
Well, every time I don't do it, I get knocked out and I have to scramble. This time I actually did it. I was like, late double, 3, 5, 9 to the 4. And then late double, 7 to the 4, 6, 7, 9, 5, 8. But I mean, I'm not going to play those. Those are just possibilities. So
we've got a little
one side. So one.
We've
Oh, you
got
know
a
what I
little
need to do? I need to do the 3, 5, 9 to my back to the 6. That's what I need to do because I don't have that covered. I only have the 3, 5, 9 to the 4.
So right now, we've got like 22K in the pool. The 4 in this race to the 4 in the next leg for the $5 double is paying $37. The next lowest pay is the 4 to the 9 in the next leg. I think that's the JJ horse. Bolt Supremacy.
Correct.
And trying to see if we're seeing any kind of, sneaky money in there. The next highest pay is the 9 to the 9 at $80. And then the 9 to the 4 at 84. I mean, we don't have actually the 4 to the 9 is 66. We don't have a whole lot of money in this pool, Frank, but looking at the the probables in the next leg, if the chalks don't win, you're going to be able to get away with $5 doubles and get paid pretty well.
Well, can I ask you? I know it's still early, but can you look up some probables for me if you don't mind?
All right.
Because this is what I meant when I wrote down my saver ticket. So, 3 to the 6.
653.
5 to the 6.
474.
9 to the 6.
211.
The 6 is that 12 to 1 shot that we
don't think is going to be 12 to 1, but yes.
No. But I mean, based on that, it seems like it.
That does it.
What is the 4-6?
What's that? 4-6
What's the
is
4-6?
163.
Yeah, that horse is going to be a big price. That's shocking.
I mean, right now, looking at the will pays, Frank, they're telling us that it's going to be essentially the morning line choices 495 is what, and we don't have a whole lot of money in the double pool, so the doubles right now are saying the logical choices in here to the top 3 choices, morning line choices in the next.
Who is the third choice in the next leg?
5. We're looking at if we just go off the 4 and the 9 into the next leg, the 5 is the third choice right now, and that is
6 Magpies. I mean, we've bet this horse before. Fires every time, comes running late, never gets there. It's going to get there one of these days, but I mean,
drops in class. Yeah, drops in class from the same race as Silly Rabbit. So I was like, well, how do you bet that one?
Right, Silly Rabbit just beat this horse easily, right?
Yep.
In order, I know you're 4-9 or 9-4 in this leg. I'm sorry. In the nightcap, you're 4-6,
9-1.
9-1. Right, that's both supremacy with Richie, Hara left, JJ rides. Before that, TJ, Tiago, Tiago was riding.
Who's next?
Top
Kitchen
best last, early front speed, close late, kick, bump.
Yeah.
I know that horse has a big shot. That horse is the morning line favorite, I think, or second choice at 5-2.
And I will say, I mean, JJ is Baltus' go-to guy. They win 29% for a profit, and you don't see that too often. So I mean, but out there, the 9 spot, at least you got JJ, who won't give you a horrendous ride out there. He'll do what he needs to do out there.
Yeah, I mean, Baltus is not messing around. We said he's been cold, but he won today. Easy. Pure Chaos won easy. So
Correct.
we predicted this could be the day he heats up, right? So I need to have some action to that horse, actually, in that race.
I mean, my only action, on my tickets, I've got my big one's 9-4 to the 4. Oh, actually, I do. I have to change it because my ticket that would have spread on that one went down in flames. My pick 3.
Yeah, and we have to do a whatchamacallit. We have to do a community. How much time do we have here?
We have. We're looking at 16 minutes, Frank.
Oh,
We got lots of time, and we have time for some more money. We're only at 32K in the pool, and that's kind of the money's spread around. The win money is between the 4 and the 9 mostly. Even the place money, place and show money are spreading around the same on both horses.
In this race?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm surprised the 4 isn't the bigger favorite, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm really surprised. I thought that horse was kind of a standout.
I mean, Orantes for Ellis, they've won 32% for a profit. You know what I mean? Like this is his guy.
Yeah, that's his guy.
I mean, the jockey. This is his trainer.
Right. He works him in the morning and he gives him a ride in the afternoon. Right.
This is the guy making all his money. But they're 0 for their last 4. But I mean, he rides everything under the sun. And this one, second off the layoff, I thought it was a standout, but it's a crap race. Was my
you have stats on like percentages of favorites and all that fun stuff.
Let's look.
I probably don't have many. They don't run many of these, like these weird starter conditions.
Well, they've run it 17 times.
They probably don't have a big sample size.
17 times, okay. 9 winners were the favorites out of 17. And
that's a lot.
And 14 of them were under 5-1. So it seems like, especially when I did contests more, I would look at those stats and I would see it. And, many times, to win those contests, you essentially got to bet crap you would never bet to win because someone hits a 20-1 shot. If you got a favorite and handicap 6 races in a row with the favorite, that 20-1 shot's going to blow you out of the contest. But this would be a race when I would look at the stats and go, this is a race where I just take the $4 or $5 and move on to the next one. I don't try to beat it get fancy and beat it. You look for, if you've got a feel for a favorite or a low price horse, historically, stat wise, this is the race where you just go with it.
No, seriously, that is so valuable in tournaments. I was actually talking to Mike Manansky from Barstool Sports yesterday, who's playing in the Last Chance, First Chance, and we were talking about some strategies and whatnot. And one of the things I said is it's okay to take a 7-2 or a 3-1 if you think that horse is the most likely winner and is offering good value, because that 8-12 points, whatever it is, and you're trying to make the cut, that is significant instead of betting it on a 20-1 shot who has no chance. So that is an excellent point.
The problem is these experts who get in, they'll get those 2 20-1 chance, and they're the NHC champ. I mean, it's almost like the World Series of Poker too. When the cards run hot, you go all in with 2-7 off, and you hit.
Yeah, but no, I actually disagree, because when I was editor of the Horse Player magazine, we posted the plays of every champion every year, and you would be surprised how many 3-1, 7-2s, 5-1s you saw in the mix. Yes, you need 2 cap horses. Don't get me wrong, you absolutely need them, but you need to have that consistency.
I think it's changed a lot. They're blowing up. There's so many now, and I mean,
well, that's true. There's a lot more people now.
There's like 800 people playing. So, when you got a 100-person tournament,
that's true.
You get away with that. When you got 800 people, and a lot of them are the relatives of the main people, and all that collusion nonsense too. When they, the 2 main tickets have these prices, and then they're like, all right, I want you to put this 20-1 horse in here. I want you to put this one in. I mean, that's kind of the stuff you're dealing with. No one likes to talk about it, but I don't care. I've had a few. I'll talk about it.
No, it's a good point. You're right. 10 years ago, when the field size was 200 people, you know what I mean? Like, you could get you needed to have those 3-1, 7-2s and whatnot. But I guess my point is, like,
don't try to beat a horse.
Yeah,
to get a price.
Especially in the mandatory races.
Want to win. Take the $4 and move to the next race.
Especially in the mandatory races, where you just need to take the points and in that race.
And that's that pick and pray stuff. Now, when we're talking real money, if there's a 3-5 that you like, and you like 2 horses the next, you can turn that 3-5 into 4 or 5-1. And we know a lot of contest guys who make their tournaments going all in, getting 3-1 with a big bankroll versus, guys
even less than 3-1 sometimes.
Versus guys betting $50 on a 20-1 into a 20-1 double, and they miss. The guy who took a 2-1 and a 3-5 in with a $500 bet has blown away whatever you would have got paid on that, crazy price. So there's a lot that goes into it. I would say learn how to gamble first and build the bankroll, and then you can start doing the nonsense. I will say, I've been focused on the tournaments for a long time, and I think it made my ROI go down the crapper because I was focused on chasing prices. Since we started doing the show, Frank, ROI's up because it's all about padding the bankroll, which is what pays for it.
You allocated your bankroll, and now you're in a situation where you're getting the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
In the tournaments, as good as you were, that year that you had was phenomenal. You're still going up against juggernauts who, have an infinite bankroll and get 3 entries every time. And, their long lost cousin is all of a sudden the best
husband, cousin, brother. I mean, I think the funniest thing was a couple of years ago, I remember them going up to the person who was running it. How do I bet? And I'm like, did that not raise a red flag for you there, tournament director, when the person didn't know what they were supposed to do in this tournament when they actually made their way in? But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, let's get down to business. We're here to make money. We have to do a community double.
9 minutes.
First. 7 in the 8 he likes, and then he's playing a $5 daily double, 8 with all, and then the 7 to win, place, and show. Okay. What price is the 7? Might just do a win bet on the 7.
Rim protector, 9-1.
Yeah, I knew that 20-1 was ridiculous, but
now we'll say we've got 47.
We're here to play to win, right? So let's.
Well, we've got 48K in the double pool, Frank. But I'm shocked at how little money is in the win pool. We're only at 27K, and it's kind of spread. Well, it's not even spread out. It's $1,000 more than the 9. And then everyone else is getting a little bit of play. The 5's getting a little play.
Well, maybe the sophisticated bettors are happy with their position on the 4 in the double and the pick 3 will pays, because that horse is a pretty significant favorite.
I'm
Actually, not so much in the double, but in the pick 3.
Yeah.
The 3 put some money in the double in the will pay here, and so did the 9.
So I'm looking at the 9 into the 4, and I'm thinking of doing a $25 double, 9 into the 4 and 9 into the 6. So my 9-4 is paying a decent $69, and the 9-6 is $222. Come on, 9-6 would be very, very nice. And then my backup one was I was doing 1, 7, and 5 with the 4. So 1 into the 4 is 196. 1 into the 7. Oh no, 7 into the. Wait a minute. 175. 1 into the 4, 196. 5 into the 4, 187. 7 into the 4, 261. For $5, those are
Great.
Decent pays.
I agree.
Even like Frank, the 4 into the 4 at $36. If you are really like high on that, $36 is not bad, especially if you're able to hammer it 10, 20, 30 times if you have that conviction.
And what's the 4-6?
4-6 is $163.
Oh, I mean, that's really.
And
it wouldn't shock me if Hector Palma was pulling one over with putting up Belmont there.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, let's give out a community bet.
This is a reminder. Contact the member.
I don't know what, like 15, $20 4-4, and then $10 4-6.
And then $10.
Because I mean, the 4 is our top pick.
Yeah,
right?
so $20 4-4 is
$20
it would be $140, whatever. But I mean, we're spending only $40, so we're tripling our money on that one. And the 4-6 is $159, and we would have it twice. We'd have $300. But I mean, we're only spending $40 total. Just doing those two, and then we could come back. The horse that we both talked about, Frank, is that one, the 1 and the 7. If we came back and did the 1 into the 4 is 198, the 7 into the 4 is 261, and the 1 into the 6 is 573, and the 7 into the 6 is, we could get away with, Frank, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, $5 doubles, right?
1-7 with 4-6, and it costs us $20 for that. The other one is $20. I mean, we're spending $60, and we have lots of coverage, and we're using our top 3 choices. Are you okay with that?
I love it, but you're going to have to play it.
Yes, I need to start. I need to get. Mark needs to bring his
Actually,
brother.
I can do the 4. I can do the $10 4-6 one.
I'll just do them all. I'll do today, and you can do Sunday. Sunday's bet is going to be a $300 double.
No, but here's why I like this, because we think joint venture is kind of a standout, and we both love the 4 and the 6 in the next race. So, yeah, obviously we could bet a lot more on these combos, but we're just doing this for the sake of the show and having the action. But you like the 1 as a long shot, and I like the 7 as a long shot. So combine those two with our top picks in the next leg. I think we got our double.
Yeah, and then we're doing 4,
right?
6 into 4, and that's another $20. And then if chaos reigns, we've got the 2 horses who we think have a chance to upset the apple cart into our top 2 choices in the next. I mean, the one thing we're both tossing the 9, Bolt Supremacy. I suppose we should take a peek on what that's paying.
Yeah, absolutely. Good call.
4 into the 9, Frank, is paying $61.
Mm-hmm.
9 into the 9 is paying $72.
It's your call because you like the 9 third best. Totally your call.
If we did a $10 double, we would have, it's paying 61. We'd get 120 back. We'd get 150 back. So that's us paying 20, 40, 60, 80. Worst case scenario, using the top choices, we would still kind of get 50% or more of our money back and have a bankroll. And we got some play.
So $10 double 4-9 with 9,
Yep.
and that's $20. So let's see, 40, 20. We're doing $70, right?
Correct. Actually, no, 20, 80 bucks
I
total.
mean, Ciaran, I think we're us alone, huh?
Yeah, our 3 bets are 20, 40. We're doing 80 bucks in bets.
80. What did I miss?
So we're doing
$20 double. It's 20.
I'll start. So we're doing $20 double 4 with 4. Then a
Yeah.
$10 double 4-6 with 4. Then a $5
Oh,
double.
4-6 with 4. I have that wrong.
Yeah.
Hold on. See? So the second one is a $10 double 4-6 with 4.
Correct.
Okay, that's what I messed up.
And then we're doing a $5 double because the pays are so good. 1-7 with 4-6. And a
So that
$10
makes sense
double.
now. That's
Yeah, 4-9 with 9. So you know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
Frank. I'm going to talk it into existence. It's going to end up being
7-9 or 1-9.
1-7 with 9 in the last leg. But someone on the DTL crew will go, "Thank you guys
We'll
for
have it,
talking
yes.
up again." Just like Sunday.
I suppose for $5 we should probably just play it. How much
No,
do they
and then,
pay?
you know, we're responsible for 50% of the pool here at Santa Anita. We need to get commission.
I know. I was just gonna say we need rebates, man. The 1-9 is 205, and the 7-9 is 396. What do you think? I don't know. For $10
No,
more.
I think we covered enough. If those combinations beat us, they beat us. We've covered enough different combinations, I think. You know,
I
especially
agree because
since
the
we
9 was
both
your
did-
third choice.
Yeah, it's the third choice, and we really feel strongly about these chalks. You know, and the price in the last leg, that number 6 precision. I'm okay with it.
So wait, we don't have 4-6 with 4 does not sound right. 4-7 with 4, right?
Hang on. Well, it's too late anyway. We're loading, so whatever it is.
Oh yeah, hold on. I
Yeah,
know we might have mispunched the ticket here.
It's too late to cancel. They're loading.
I'm just betting win money on rim protector.
All right.
Everyone, just bet win money on rim protector just in case.
It should have been
Well-
4-9 before.
4-9 with. Well, whatever. Let's keep it. It is what it is. Let's get lucky. Why not? All right, they're in the gate. Good luck, everybody.
All right.
Let's just get the 4 home.
Mamma mia.
Good pick, good pivot. You saw early money on that horse, remember? I'm like, they're betting Pop. He could send out a donkey, they're going to bet him. But the money came in early and drifted up to 6-1. Wow. Wow. What a race.
Yeah. I mean, the 4 did great. And the 3 came, that Lee horse came a little too late. The 9 was shockingly bad. But
dude, I think we have to put Mathis on the no bet list until he proves us wrong.
His horses are just not firing right now. And I mean, it didn't help.
Today. He had 2 live horses. They were both awful.
Yeah.
I will say this about joint venture. I actually didn't like the trip because Arantes wanted to pull the horse back. He was between horses, uncomfortable. They went 46 and changed. I mean, that was just way too fast. Yeah. And then Durant, he made an early move. I'm like, this race is going to completely fall apart. And I was hoping Pass the Baton, our mistake horse, was going to come run them all down.
Yeah.
Wow.
But our pivot bets are live, which is why we do the show.
Well, here, I always say the best handicapping you can do is right after a race. This horse is coming off a year layoff, avoid claim.
Yeah, but I mean
was 4-1 at this level, 2 back, and stunk.
This was a different. I mean, even my notes on this one was Vandoff a year ago, dropped in class, protected, and we talked about this horse earlier. Like,
but it's not a drop in class. This is a 16 starter, and he ran in a 16 starter on February 14th and was terrible.
Let me see. But it was one of those things. Is back in the day, you would sit on a horse like this, but you can't after a year. And I thought they placed it correctly. I mean, and there was
I thought the horse was going to get buried in a speed duel at the rail. Giroux was brilliant there. I don't know how he ended up 5 wide. Normally, I'd be like, what is he doing?
And when he hooks up with Papa, they're winning at a huge clip. They're 27%. They're now after today, they're like, what is that? They're 70% in the money. So when he makes a call to Giroux now, that's I think Giroux is going to start taking some rides away from Edwin. You know what I mean? Just because of the success he's been having with Papa.
Oh, I mean, I think Giroux, he might be leading rider at this rate. I mean, I know it's too late to start, but he's been unbelievable. Matt Nakatani is doing a fantastic job. He's the jockey agent. Hats off to him. I think Giroux's hungry. He lost those Brad Cox horses back east. He came out here to start anew. I mean, I think he's riding with confidence and with aggression and with hunger. He's here to prove something, and he's proving it to me because the last time he came to Del Mar for the summer, he was unbettable. So good for him.
I was just looking. So my Equibase notes say it is a drop in class. I mean, maybe it's just the way the race was written. And Papa, when he does this kind of move, 20%, and he didn't risk it for the claim. And they had a 58-second workout a couple of weeks ago. So we're live. We got a good price. Too bad my all ticket didn't make it out because I had, on my pick 3, I would have been alive in a better position.
Yeah, well, too bad my 4, who I was alive on everything all day long, he ran second to your horse. Ah! That's like the 8th time I've run second to your horse.
Yep. So we're alive, right? Oh, we've got the will pays up. Yikes, Frank. You ready for the double here? To the 4 is 178. To the 2. Oh, actually, no.
Nice.
The 9 is actually the favorite at 163. The 4 is 178. The 2 is 364. Oh, actually, the 5 is 255. I didn't even notice that.
We're alive to the 4 and the 6.
Yeah, so the 6 is paying 588 and 178. Ooh. Not
Come
too
on,
shabby.
Hector Palma, one's on.
Yep. And I'm trying to see the pick 3. Favorite in the pick 3 is the 4 at 301. Second choice is the 9 at 372, and then it starts taking a big jump with the 2 and then the 5. 6 Magpies. But I mean, third choice morning line. I'm not surprised that it's third choice on these pools. You?
Yeah, the horse fires every time, and you know what? If that horse beats us, that horse beats us. Whatever. You know what I mean?
The pick 4.
I bet that horse. We bet that horse on the show.
Yeah, the pick 4. Number 4 is 121. Number 9 is 132. Pick 5. The 4 is 639. The 9 is 899. And let's see what the pick 6 looks like. Ooh, gigantic. I guess on the pick 6, they've got the 3 paying 922. Is that a consolation? I don't know.
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, and the 1 is paying 741. The lowest pay. The lowest pay is the
441,000. No, it's only 4.
Yeah, the 4
That's
is
got to be 5 to 6 right there.
Yeah, the 4 is 8,800. The 9 is 9,200. Then it looks like the 6 is 106,000.
Yeah, the 1 and the 3 are carryover horses.
Let me see if we can see what the all-turf pools for the all-turf. Will pays are not available. It's probably another 5 or 10 minutes.
You know what, Ciaran? You predicted it. You know who's going to win this race? The 9.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about doing a 1-7 with 9?
Yep.
You said it. I hope the DTL crew. I hope someone out there has the 1-7 with 9 that we talked about and didn't play.
Yeah. That would be par for the course.
OMG. God. You did say that. Let's go to the videotape. Anyone from New York remember Warner Wolf? Let's go to the videotape. Ciaran, you said it. And I said for 10 more bucks, why not?
But then that's when we start going. We're like, we blew all our Franklin money doing bets like that, though.
No. What we decided was we had our 2 long shots to our top 2 choices, and we decided that they weren't worth playing with our third choice. Like, we like that horse third best. So the logic is very sound, but you know what? It's a good decision, but it's going to be a horrible outcome when the 9 wins by 10 lengths.
It's going to be 6 and 4. And all we're going to have to do is sweat a photo finish, Frank. That's it. That's what my prediction is.
And then an inquiry?
And then an inquiry where the 4...
I actually thought if the 4 had won that previous race, there would have been an inquiry. Didn't it look like Arantes was leaning out on the other horse?
He did, but I can never tell. I don't even bother betting on that. I'd have a better chance of betting if it's going to rain in San Diego, and then somehow I'd be incorrect, you know?
Yeah. That's very true. You would guess right, and then they would be like, well, we've downgraded rain to mist. So sorry, you lose.
or be like, I saw some of those people complaining at how they, the prediction markets, and they were predicting that it was going to be war in Iran or something like that. But then they took the bets down because whatever it ended up being, there was so many caveats to it. I'm like, people talk about all these other ways. If you're a Sharpie, they're going to find a way to take your money. Horse racing, you be as sharp as you want and bet as much as you want. They'll let you do it. OG gambling. People still trying to find other ways.
It is the best gambling game around. There's no doubt about it. But we have a little bit of time, Ciaran. Let me just roll through some comments because it seems like our discussion about tournaments sparked an interest in Tony V. You can always contact us, scatoneracing@gmail.com or californiapick4@gmail.com. Happy to answer any questions you might have. We did a tournament show a couple of months ago. Remember, we both played in an express bet tournament. We tied it in with what we were doing. So maybe we'll do that again. We'll see if there's an interest out there. We appreciate that. Cat ate my form, late to the party, but better late than never. OMG, Flogo won a race. Flogo has been winning a lot of races.
Mm-hmm.
My
He's He's gotten his feel for out here.
He really has. I fully expected. He had no, in my opinion, the way I saw the race, he had no choice but to gun hard from the rail. And there was a ton of speed, as we saw, 3 across the track in 46. And somehow he was able to suck back and end up making a 5-wide move. Like, I could envision that race a million times. I will never come up with that scenario.
And you know why he's actually doing well, Frank, I think, is because when he was flying out here to ride, he was riding a lot of Miller's horses. And Miller's been ice cold. And now he's kind of riding. He's spread his book around and not, stuck on the same trainer whenever he would fly out. So there's probably still a lot of gamblers who are not betting him because when he would fly out, he didn't usually get the mounts that were winning.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the trainer that we haven't really talked much about, but is there anyone colder than Miller here in Southern California? I mean, I don't know what he's doing at Franklin. I know he has a string there, but he has every time he has horses that figure, absolutely figure. They take no money and they don't fire. I mean, it's like I've never seen a barn colder than how cold he is right now.
But it'll turn around.
I mean, have you even considered his horses? Or auto toss for you, or like where do you stand?
I'll take a really strong look. I think he had a horse in the last one of these races, and I was like, Miller on turf, yeah, pass. He can't even win on dirt.
Yeah, long on turf is not good. Even when he's hot, long on turf is no good.
Yeah, I mean, I will not toss. I'll do a deep dive, but if I like more horses earlier, I probably won't even use them on an underneath ticket versus where I used to back in the day.
He's got to prove us wrong at this point.
I mean, he'll blow up a couple of my tickets, and then all of a sudden he'll be back on my tickets for a while,
Yes, Danny, big day tomorrow. It's big cap day. Tons of stakes races. Great card. How about this? We said someone was going to play our ticket. How about LD? He's got 4, 6, and 9.
Of course he does.
Go to the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out it twice. What did we say the 9? It's paying to the 9. Here, another smart guy, Chris Babcock, one with the 4, 6, 9.
Yeah, whatever.
Chris, congratulations, man. That's amazing. Junior college basketball tournament next week. You never know who's gonna show up in the DTL crew. We got celebrities left and right here.
Yeah, we've got our main celebrity here. Let me see.
I'm here at the racetrack. This access is incredible. I got VIP access. Nobody else has this. It's going to be huge. Just you wait. This is just the beginning. All right, time to check out the VIP. Luxury.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, VIP, very important porta potty. Ciaran, we might have to impose a dress code on this guy. I mean,
it's hot. I mean, and we got the Santa Anita winds rolling in too. So, yeesh.
We don't have a dress code here. We pay our interns in beer.
Yeah.
I saw him this morning. He was at his ATM machine. He only had 10 cents. He was trying to take 10 cents out so he could play a cold super. They wouldn't let him.
I will tell you, I've actually done a 10-cent straight up super before, and if I spent $2.30 more, I would have made $10.
But you only had 10 cents left.
Yep, I had a 10 cents ticket, and I refused to throw the ticket away. I'm gambling that 10 cents, dang it.
That's right. You earned
money.
You earned it. You lost a lot of money to get down to that 10-cent voucher. Cat ate my form. Predict the stream has a winner tonight. How about that? Positive thoughts. I like that. Yeah, tomorrow's the ultimate betting challenge. I am not playing in it. I haven't tried to qualify. I have played in, and Ciaran's played in many. We both played in many of those high bankroll tournaments before, especially at Del Mar.
I came second in it, Frank, or third a few years ago.
In the UBC?
Yeah, and it was...
it's a big tournament. That's a prestigious one, man. Good job.
And it was... and we've talked about it many times. It was a double on a double. I had $50 left and hit 2 doubles in a row. And I think I ended up, I can't remember the exact number, but turned it into some big money. I mean, you can, on those doubles are the best bets. I mean, I always get distracted with the the trifectas and the exactas, because when you do get knocked out, it's someone betting those trifectas every way to Sunday. But many times, you know, they're betting it that way, and their partner / wife / friend are betting the opposite way. So that's kind of the thing you got to deal with as well. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those crazy trifectas do come in, but we did talk about the most recent new strategy where, you know, someone will bet $1,000 cold double and be perfectly happy with, you know, 3-1, build their bankroll up and then do it again and build it up and then see where they are and have them come get you. How about this? Is he wearing jorts? I think Mark Gelding. Can we go back to Mark Gelding? Let's comment on his wardrobe here, because you know we got 11 minutes.
Let me see, what's the silliest one we got here.
While you're doing that, I'm going to post that one.
We go live to the track with our newest intern reporter, Mark Gelding. Thanks. I'm here at Santa Anita where things are absolutely happening. Very fast horses. Some of them will win. Excuse me, sir. What number are you betting? 4? Number 4. That's my pick for this race, Frank. I've done the analysis. Mark, any final thoughts for our viewers? If you're coming to Santa Anita today, bring cash. And then expect to have less of it if you listen to me.
Why didn't he put in a late pick 3? Did he have a late pick 3 ticket?
He only had $6.07, so maybe he didn't have enough money to cover all the combinations. I don't know.
Well, he's supposed to give out at least a suggestion.
But what's funny is I didn't realize. So he picked the number 4, and then his other.
We go live to our intern, Mark Gelding, who is Mark. What is happening out there?
The starting gate. The horses are lining up. It's total chaos out here.
You're muted. You're muted, buddy.
I don't know why it does that when you stop the videos. I was going to say he's picked 4 twice now, so maybe that's telling us Silly Rabbit's going to win this race.
Clearly that's his single.
Yep.
Right. So that one is asking us who would we bet to win. I mean, I think the 4 is the most likely winner, but based on odds, I would bet the 6 at 7-1.
Yeah, at 7-1. I mean, it's getting a little bit of play.
Just enough, right? Just enough to make the horse live.
Yep. And it's getting win money. They're not really hedging. I mean, 1,800 on, you know, the place and show, but 4 with 6 is paying $31. 6 with 4 is $39.
Let's get. I mean, we're alive to the 6, right? The 4 and the 6.
Yeah, 4 and 6.
Yeah, I mean, 588 to the 6. Larry would have that twice. Other DTL members would have that twice.
Yeah, let me see. I'm gonna maybe the will pays for the all turf are up because you're alive. Are you alive to what, the 4, right, Frank?
Oh, that's right. That was a dirt race I got knocked out of.
Yes, we're live on the
I
all
totally
turf.
forgot.
God, I don't know why the will pays are not up right now. They usually are up. Well, I guess I got to log in. That's probably would explain it. Eesh.
Right, it came 5 with 1. Yeah, I'm single to the 4 here. I mean, it can't be that much. I mean, favorite, second choice, and favorite. I mean, I'd be lucky if it's like $80.
Yeah, well, they're not showing it today. Show results. No pools.
I'm not understanding the question. That one I meant for if everyone was 20-1. I don't. Oh, if all things were equal, I think the 4 is the most likely winner.
Yes, agreed. They got 59.
Okay.
500 in the pools, but I don't have a will pay for some reason. They're just not putting it up today.
I can look. I guess got to go to a different screen.
I'll go. I'm hopping over on the press bet. Well, I guess you can go through the comments while I see what we're looking at. Our gigantic. We're gonna have to pay tax.
No, I got the will pay 114. The pool size was almost 60,000. Yeah, I was like, I guessed 88. I think I spent 72 bucks. So I mean, a small little profit. But yeah, look, Chris was on it. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it.
And I spent 136, so at least I'll have money back.
Do you have the 6?
I have 4 and 6. Yes. What's the 6 paying?
So you are live on the all turf?
Yes. I think I am. I should be. 5
Yeah,
with all with 4 6.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Dude, the 6 is 433.
Oh, I'll take that.
Great. Let's get
Come
the
on,
6 home. Let's get the 6 home. So Ciaran's account is massive, so we can just keep betting on his account. I'm gonna have to borrow money from our intern after he recycles all his beer cans.
Yep. They don't even let you take him out though. Santa Anita keeps the cans. So
what?
I don't know. I'm being a smart.
Oh my god! I'm like, Ciaran, how do you know that? Is Mark Gelding your alter ego? How do you know that?
Yeah. All right, so let's see what money. I mean, we're still not. I mean, we've only 46K in the win pool, Frank. But 4 is starting to creep up and get the money. Like the money is now starting to come in on the 4 as it should. The only danger I thought when I was the crazy one was number 1, spun not stirred. Mm-hmm. But up multiple classes and the trainers owe for everything on it. I thought
yeah, tell me why, because this horse is no turf breeding, couldn't win for 10,000. That horse wins. I mean, like I'm just gonna quit.
The one that was interesting though was the number 7 Dozer. Had a bullet work at if it was to be believed at Turf Paradise, but that's one of those I've not seen enough horses coming over there under this new ownership to get a feel if they're worth gambling yet. You?
I think I'm with you. I think Dozier's very sneaky actually, because if you look, the horse actually has decent Santa Anita form, in the maiden 50 ranks. So again, we don't know how good or bad that Turf Paradise form is. Usually it's pretty bad. But the ownership group here is Battleborn Racing. Do you know who that is?
Oh, yeah.
That's Sarge.
Yep.
That's Nick Hines. That's his group. So he's a pretty smart guy. I think they went there to break the maiden because they don't run maiden 30s on the turf here. Tried an allowance condition. They're like, okay, showed speed, tired. Let's try 25 N2L. Now, the horse might still be outclassed, but any money? What price is? Oh, it's not dead on the board. That's interesting.
Yeah, absolutely dead is the thing.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen a little money there. How about this? Charlie does not like the 4. 5, 6, 7 exacta box. Well, at least he likes the 6. That's good. We'll take the 6.
5, 6. I mean, the 6. Third choice morning line. That's where Tiago left the 1 to go there. Drops in class, but it came out of the same race as Silly, and I just like Silly so much. So I was like, why am I going to put a horse that I thought is better than that? Was essentially why I didn't.
I had the same rationale. Unless we thought that Silly was going to get into a speed duel, but there's not a lot of speed in here. So, but we'll see. We'll be perfectly fine with the 6 there. This is a nice comment. Look at that. Really look forward to your shows every week. And James White likes the 8. First of all, thank you, James. Really appreciate that. Yeah, let's talk about the 8, because I had the 8 as a B, but like a lower tier B. Do you have any notes on that?
I do. My anomaly write-up free on Santa Anita's website. All was close to the line. A different jockey, I would have upgraded the notes. That's essentially it. Another jockey, and I would have been Franco's pretty cold. Tiago left. But the horse, I mean, 5th by 2 3/4, won a race, 3rd, 4th. Like the horse at least is always around the wire. So, I mean, for an exotic bet, like on your underneath on your tries and exacta. It's not a crazy horse, especially. I mean, what are you getting right now? 12-1.
Yeah, I agree. I think that horse has a little bit of a shot, a little bit of a look. I agree with you. Franco is pretty cold, but he hasn't really been getting any live mounts. And I will say this, the number one long shot jock in the colony for years has been Tiago Pereira. The number two is Franco. Those guys pop when you do not expect them to pop. They're just so good on big long shots. And kind of like this one. I mean, I think this horse is a little bit live. That last race was not that bad. Had a little trouble. But again, needs to make up lengths on Silly Rabbit, right? Oh, no, it's a different race, actually. It's not the same race.
The other horse that I had notes on, Frank, the number 3, Do It For Dave, 50-1. You want to know what my notes were? Only peeps named David would bet this horse.
Yeah, Terry's good friend is named Dave. And I don't think he would even bet this horse.
But, I mean, at Del Mar, if your name's Dave and you're at Del Mar and you've got a 60, 70-1 horse named after you, you bet it. More times than not, those horses will win the race. It's crazy.
There's also a horse called Don't Swear Dave. So if Do It For Dave and Don't Swear Dave show up in the same race at Del Mar, that's your exacta box right there.
I mean, the best race recall, if you guys can do a quick search, is My Wife Knows Nothing and My Wife Knows It All. And they race a couple of times against each other at Gulf Stream.
That's right.
It's
That's
the
awesome.
funniest thing.
All right. Well, they're in the gate, Ciaran. Let's get the 6 home. Good luck, everybody. Seconditis. Good job, whoever brought up Tappet Dynasty. Absolutely usable horse. I thought the 4 was going to dig in and hang on for a second. I thought Precision was making a nice move. Made all the running except the last jump. Wow.
Seconditis, 2 out of 3, and it's usually
That's
the last leg
story
that
of my
does
meat
it
here
for.
on. Like you know how you went through that phase at Frank Lawn? That's been, unbelievable. You know who I blame? Dan Gelding. He liked joint venture the 4 second. He liked this 4 second. He's a mush.
Yeah, he is a mush. Yep, I agree. I thought we had it there. I mean, that 4 looked like it was just going to extend, and
Well, you know what happened? The nine screwed us up, and the 9 was no good.
9 3 wide, pushing up, had the 4 going faster than he should have. But
yeah, I pushed the 4.
Kimura
I
should not
thought
have.
the jock on the 4 did a good job trying to ration the energy, but it just
He should have
went too
rationed it
fast.
more. But yeah, I agree.
Well, I don't know. I can't blame the jock there. He just got run down.
Yeah.
What I say about Franco? If there's Pereira and Franco, the best long shot jocks in the country. Whoever had that, whoever gave that out, congratulations. Once again, a DTL crew member. Gives good info.
And again, Frank, it's spam for dinner for you, yourself and I. Unbelievable. I thought we were going to get paid at least, you know? It's getting old. I'm getting tired of this.
I know.
I mean, the handicapping is there. We're just not, the racing look is just not seconditis. And it's not like our horses are finishing nowhere. Like we're getting beat on the line or losing by a head, or, you know, our horses are just running second.
Well, good call by Cat 8 My Form. Oh, no, not the 9. Who won that? It was the 8, right?
Yep.
Yeah, not the 9. Sorry. Who had the 8? Somebody had the 8 because they made us talk about the 8. I forget.
Yeah,
but
8 is
anyway,
paying,
those are nice payouts.
$907 for the double, $2,000 for the pick 3. The all turf is probably paying a big one too, I would assume.
Well, I mean, I don't know what else to do, Ciaran. We put ourselves in positions to make money, and, you know, you run second.
Our pivot bet came through. I mean, but we would not have used that. I mean, we thought the 4 was, and I mean, it lost. Came second though, and the 6, as they say, was looming large. I thought the 6 might have made a nice little move, but you know how it is. Onward.
Everyone else was distant. Anyway, great show. Good job, DTL crew. I can't scroll back far enough to see whoever mentioned that 8 horse, but once again, Ciaran, we talked about the horse. We absolutely said, yeah, sure, why not? But then again, like if you use Tappet Dynasty, you have to use 5 horses in that race, right? I mean,
what's funny is we talked about it, how it was a bad race. Non-winners, like horses that don't like to win. My notes were non-winners of 2, period. But the favorite had won a bunch of times, and of 16 races, only 1 horse had won over 10-1. Well, now we got 2 horses over 10-1. It is what it is.
No, it is what it is. I mean, what are you going to do? Your horse fires and just gets beat. I mean, that's the game, right? I really thought we were going to get lucky there because at one point we created a little bit of separation, and then Franco, I don't know, maybe got the horse to change leads or something. Then I was like, oh man, we're going to get cooked in the last 3 jumps. So anyway, well, tomorrow's going to be a great day for everyone. It's Big Cap Day, lots of stakes races, you know, great gambling. We're not doing a show. We're going to take tomorrow off, and we're going to come back on Sunday, and then the following week, Mark Gelding and Ciaran are going to be in Las Vegas.
Yeah, we'll be doing live shows from the NHC. So if you guys happen to be there, I don't know what, you can email me, but yeah, come by and hop on the show if you happen to be at NHC. We'll be doing it Friday and Sunday, and who knows, maybe we'll do pop-up shows while we're there, Frank, depending on your schedule. I'll be there drinking, so I'll be doing.
Here's our man, James White. He compliments us, butters us up, gives us the winner, 8 to win, gives us the winner. And we walk away broke. James White, we salute you. Thank you for being a member of the DTL crew. Thank you for sharing your opinions. You had a great one today.
I'm trying to find.
Yeah. Good job.
But this will be me and Frank after we close the show out. So we'll be back on Sunday. Reloading with the machine that pays. Mr. ATM,
well,
it always pays.
I didn't want to put you in a bad mood before the show, but when I said Chappie is going to text, he's going to text because guess who the guest is this week? Again.
Does anyone?
Big cap day, pick 5, late pick 5.
It's not really Chappie's show; it's Gino's show because Chappie's on that dial-up internet that never pops on.
Me and Chappie share the same internet. We both have the tin can internet.
Like it is comically bad, is what it is.
I'll tell you what. You know where the best internet is at that racetrack?
Oh, we found out the
chandelier room.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll be up there the 21st, so for Saturday we might have to do a special show, unless my liver says after being in Vegas for a week, no more. But we will all be back on Sunday, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe to Double Trouble Live on YouTube. Get out, get up, get paid.
They hit me with that low takeout. Now I'm feeling kind of sport. 15%, bro, that's basically free money. I'm about to turn $11